you can see in the videos. I mean, this is a direct, from this angle, it's even more heinous. You can see it's a direct shot fired, almost like a yeah, oh, Jesus Christ. Basically, this morning, I get a text message from some of the local organizers that another shooting has taken place. We dig into it. We find a Facebook video from the incident from Glam Donuts across the street from where this person was shot. A bystander video shows several agents wrestled with a man on a city sidewalk in southern Minneapolis moments before the shooting. And Police Chief Brian O'Hara has issued a plea for calm as protesters gathered at the scene. Please do not destroy our city. He also actually told the federal agents to follow the laws. But basically what took place is, and I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you the footage. Is actually, I'm going to give you a trigger warning ahead of time because it's pretty awful. You can't really see any of the blood or anything like that, but and therefore I think it's like I can show it without hitting a terms of service violation here, but it's a really gruesome image. So I put it on my Twitter page earlier this morning as well, and I'll start there. The victim, as far as we know, there's not a lot of details on it, but the victim, as far as we know, is a 37-year-old American citizen, and basically the claim is that the Department of Homeland Security's claim is that this person was actually, trying to violently attack them or something, and it's not the case. And this is the first video that came out this morning. He was a lawful gun owner. He wasn't doing anything wrong in the situation as far as we can see, and he was also a 37-year-old. You see a guy pull the trigger on the gun? Wait, what? Are you talking about the ICE agents? Yeah. Here. So we'll start here at the incident.
Man, and they keep pushing people,
So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ICE agents that are surrounding this suspect, this victim. Okay. So he is, I think he was 51, not 37. I thought they said he was 37 years old. But I might be wrong. I think initially I heard he was 51, but then they reported that he was 37. So same age as Renee Good. So yeah. Jacob Fry said he was 37 years old. I think the initial report said he was 51, but anyway, he's surrounded by 8 agents here, and there are people filming the incident from across the street. There's a lady here also that is filming the incident directly. And according to The Intercept, the victim was, according to an eyewitness that told The Intercept, that the victim of this morning's fatal shooting by federal agents in Minneapolis appeared to be one of the several legal observers who mobilized this morning outside of a donut shop. The witness said he hid in a doorway with others, fearing being shot as well. So he's is it weird to think you're in the same city as this guy shot? No, it's also like right down the street. Like, I'm not super far away from this incident. Like, this is actually one of those things that, like, this is the difference between like being far away in Los Angeles when covering the news and then being like directly where the where the things are happening, right? Where you have a very different experience with it, and obviously I can never understand what it's like for like regular Minneapolis people to exist under this like insane military occupation from the federal government. But no, I didn't hear the gunshots. It's not that close. But my point is, like, when you're here, you're like, okay, like, what if you went out there? You know what I mean? What if you went out there and you were just getting donuts? Like, you could have just as easily, like, you start thinking, okay, well, anywhere where there are ICE agents is a threat. Okay? It's very different when, It's very different when you can visualize it, when you can see it directly happening. In any case, what ends up taking place here is as they are pummeling him to the ground, and you will see in a second in this video, they basically take him down to the ground, and they've surrounded him. There's at least, like, as far as I can see, like 5 agents that have their hands on him. They're apprehending him in the most violent way possible. Okay, and then you will hear gunshots being fired. As soon as the commotion advances here, there's another ICE agent as well. The one with the gray jacket is the one to pay attention to here. So they start pistol whipping the victim. One of the ICE agents starts pistol whipping the victim. This ICE agent back there draws his service weapon. Okay, and the one with the gray jacket, as you can tell from over here, actually pulls out a gun. Now it seems like the one with the gray jacket is actually pulling out it looks as though he's pulling out the victim's the victim's weapon, potentially. But then the first shot gets fired, and then I won't show you the rest of this here.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Multiple shots are fired. And then another ICE agent backs away right here, and you can see him. This is right after he's fired a shot. Numerous shots, as a matter of fact. The lady that filmed the video posted. I know there's another angle, but I don't think it's the. Oh, it's the woman on the pink. Oh, it looks like it could be. Okay, or maybe another person. So I don't know who shot the first, who fired off the first shot, and obviously I'll take a look at the second angle off screen as well before I see if it's safe for stream as well. But this is basically the safe for as safe as possible version of this angle. It's the first angle that came out. But if you watch this 39-second video in its full in its entirety, you very quickly realize that this is just a straight up IDF style execution. It's completely unacceptable, and yet it's yet another day where ICE is behaving in this way. Okay, because he does not stop shooting. And you can, I'm going to show you another still frame here because there's not a lot of gore or blood in it at all. But the victim at that point is definitely dead. He's laying lifeless on the ground. And that guy who backed away continues shooting at least 3 or 4 bullets into his lifeless body at that point.
Did they fucking kill that guy? Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
Not again. Are you fucking kidding me? That guy's...
So that's the 39-second video that went viral all over the internet shortly after it happened. And then immediately, I would say like approximately 30 minutes after the video started spreading, the Department of Homeland Security came out and fed this information to their favorite Fox News correspondent, Bill Malugin, saying, breaking news, DHS tells Fox News the suspect was armed with a gun, which has been recovered by federal agents. Now, very quickly, this was going to be the meta. One of the things that they also said, according to on-the-ground reporting, before we get to the second angle, guys, I have the second angle. I'm going to talk about the second angle. Just hold on for a moment, okay? Please, let me gather my thoughts here, okay? So basically, right as the incident was taking place, they very quickly secured the perimeter, and by that I mean they just took into detention every single person that was there, that was a witness, that was filming. The Tribune reported on this. They said that ISIS transported several witnesses into detention, and they also refused local law enforcement from surrounding the scene as well, from what I understand, and ICE attempted to order local police from the scene, but the police chief O'Hara refused. Sources said O'Hara instructed his officers to preserve the scene. And it's very clear that just like with Jonathan Ross, the first thing that these guys do after another, unlawful state-sponsored Execution is to basically cover their own tracks. Like they immediately are like, all the witnesses, we're picking them up, we're packing them up, we're shipping them off into a fucking facility. We're gonna see what they have. You know, we're gonna try to threaten them. God knows what, with God knows what, to claim that they also are like you know, a part of this process. This is taking place in an American city once again. An American city that has a history of like labor organizing, labor militancy, an American city that actually just had more than 50,000 people take to the streets yesterday and do a one-day general strike with labor unions that were involved, even though from what I understand, some might have even been a little reluctant initially to do a work stoppage at all. But the reason why they did it, the reason why they all did it is because the people are very frustrated. Everyone is sick and fucking tired of this bullshit, okay? Everyone is sick and tired of this nonsensical bullshit. And I do think that it was odd that there wasn't a lot of mainstream media coverage on this, but you guys saw I was there. It was an incredible moment of solidarity. Here is how many people, like briefly you can make sense of like how vast, how large, how widely participated the yesterday's actions were. The reason why I'm starting here with this story is because instead of seeing people from all different walks of life, instead of seeing people from all different backgrounds, from all different places of business, different industries, you know, Minneapolis, people of Minneapolis, people of Minnesota, that are frustrated with what this government is doing, what the federal government is doing, instead of looking at that and then responding with a de-escalation, it's very clear that ICE was on high alert and decided to behave in the exact same ways that they are, maybe even more violent than before. Here it is. Just so you understand how giant these crowds were. Wait, let's take a look at the video that's 3 minutes long. That is not a safe angle to show, by the way, but leading up to the actual incident, this is going to be safe for the most part. So, you see a couple ICE agents getting out of their cars here. It looks like this is the lady in the pink that we saw from the different angle. And here is, I believe the person that we're seeing on our screen is the guy in the hat is the victim. So he does not have he has a phone camera in his hand. He has a phone in his hand, and he is, you know, the victim here, you can briefly see, is getting in a pulling out, is pulling away another legal observer. Okay, the victim here is pulling the victim in the brown jacket. Okay, is pulling away from an ICE agent who pushes another. These three people right here are all legal observers. Okay, as you can see, he has a bottle of water in their hands. The ICE agent right here pushes this woman who also is a legal observer with a bottle of water in her hands to the ground. And then the guy that they end up shooting is trying to pull away, like is trying to stop the ICE agent as he tries to stop the ICE agent as the ICE agent shoves this woman into the ground, into the ice. In the process, the ICE agent clearly tear gases or pepper sprays the victim. Okay, the victim has his hand up. He has his phone camera in his hand. The ICE agent continues to tear gas him directly into his face, pushes him away, starts tear gassing all of the other legal observers in the area. So the ICE agent, before the other ICE agents come around, the ICE agent starts violently pepper spraying everyone. At this point, the legal observer is trying to do his very best to pull the other legal observer away from the tear gas, to pull them up. And as you can see here, this is I'm about to go full cam here and not show you the rest of it, because from this point on, they're entirely focused on him. Okay, And you can see in the commotion, they're surrounding him. Now, at no point does he actually pull out a gun, at least from this angle. And you can't really see it from the other angle. But at no point does he actually present himself as a significant threat. This victim, every step of the way, in the first 51 seconds that we can see, is actually trying to de-escalate, is actually trying to stop the ICE agents from tear gassing these other legal observers. Okay, the gun was confiscated by another agent prior to the shots being fired. Yeah, no, I think that's what ends up happening. I think he's a lawful, legal gun owner. Here's some more scenes before the shots are fired here. It's not very easy to make out, but okay, so up until this moment, up until minute 1, there isn't anything that takes place here, but I suspect this is right when the shot is going to get fired. Minute 1 in the video. I'm going to go full screen here. You can start seeing like some of the cops surrounding him reaching for their service weapons. For the record, not cops, sorry. One of the ICE pigs right here is pulling out his service weapon. There's a bunch of others that are also pulling out their service weapons. But there's approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total ICE agents surrounding him while the legal observers are trying to get out of the way as the victim is on the ground. He's not only surrounded, but they're violently and physically trying to apprehend him in a pile. And then the first shot is fired, and the commotion takes an entirely different life of its own from that point on. And you can see in the videos, I mean, this is a direct, from this angle, it's even more heinous. You can see it's a direct shot fired, almost like a oh, Jesus Christ. First shot, and then the second and third shot, and you can see him like his lifeless body flinging into the ground, where they just pull back, but almost making like contact with the barrel of the gun on this person's head and shoot them in a straight up execution. And as his lifeless body hits the ground, they continue shooting. And then, last but not least, as all of the ICE agents around this victim have dispersed and pulled away from the lifeless body of the victim on the ground, as you can hear, that one last ICE agent gets off 4 additional shots, and he continues. No, actually, that was 3, and then shot 4 and 5 is fired as he backs away. They literally back away from him. Like they take 3 or 4 steps away from him and just open fire. This is irredeemable. This is indefensible. This is cold-blooded, state-sanctioned. Okay? No interest or investment in de-escalation. They immediately surround the perimeter and they start screaming obscenities and screaming commands at all of the horrified onlookers. I believe it was 10 or 11 gunshots in total that they struck him with. For those of you who are wondering where I found this angle of the video, Dropsite News has the second angle from the lady in the pink shirt. Shots fired after police in Minneapolis struggled to subdue man brandishing gun amid protest. Video shows. New York Post is a bunch of heinous right-wing hacks, charlatans, propagandists. They're basically fucking neo-Nazi style newspaper at this point. They are literally the Der Stürmer of the American Fourth Reich, for the record. I cannot believe that they said that. Every aspect of their coverage is incorrect. Not only is this not police, but ICE, but also the man was not brandishing a gun. That's not correct at all. At no point is the man that was shot and brandishing a fucking weapon. Okay? There's also a third angle that I'm going to be covering as well, which is like which features all the all the things that led up to the shooting. But basically, I mean, there is no defense of what they're doing. At 55, you can see they find and throw the gun. He actually gets up and they keep shooting. Yeah, I haven't been able to get into exact details yet. This is my first time seeing the second angle, but
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! The fuck did you just do? The fuck did you just?
at that point, there's one agent that goes. At that point, there's one agent that walks up and starts administering CPR. But unfortunately, the victim passed away. The Department of Homeland Security's statement in the immediate aftermath of the incident at 9:30 a.m. Minneapolis time, I believe, right? Or no, not 9:30 a.m. Minneapolis time. I think my computer is a fucking California time, so well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, they at 9:05 a.m. CT, as DHS law enforcement officers are conducting a target operation in Minneapolis against illegal alien wanted for violent assault, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with 9mm semi-automatic handguns seen here. The officers attempted to disarm the suspect, but the armed suspect violently resisted. More details on the armed struggle are forthcoming. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics on scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject and was pronounced at the scene. Now, I don't know if this gun is the actual gun that they took off of him. I don't know why they would also lie and act as though, there's a different gun involved here. I know some people are saying that it's a lie. This is not the real gun. It's so insane that obviously it's virtually impossible to trust law enforcement at this point, especially federal law enforcement at this point. It's just like there's no, like, I'm sorry, it's virtually impossible for me to fucking trust federal law enforcement, specifically ICE, specifically the Department of Homeland Security, because they just lie so maliciously and so frequently, and they lie about things that we can see, that we can actually observe with our own two eyes. It's absolutely insane. And of course, this is a complete collapse. This is a complete collapse of the social fabric that holds society together once again, because when you have these people that are supposed to be defending us, these people that are supposed to be protecting us in theory, behave so belligerently, behave so violently, and then all of the mechanisms of justice that are supposed to do the right thing and prosecute the agent, the rogue agent that they under different circumstances would treat as though this rogue element is simply a bad apple, are not even doing that any longer. They're actually straight up fucking saying that this was lawful, that this was good, that the victim was a terrorist, just like they did with Renee Good. Okay? I have my suspicions that there will still be right-wingers that defend this, but it's completely indefensible. Just so we're clear, this was the victim's position when the first shot was fired, on his knees, shirt pulled up over his arms, surrounded by 7 ICE agents. And yesterday I was talking to some of the activists on the ground, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do, right? We were trying to figure out what kind of action I could, like what kind of direct action and mobilization I could potentially film and live stream. And one of the things that they were stressing to me was like, listen, we will try to keep you as safe as possible, but just understand that if you have a camera and you're out there, even if you have a press badge, even if you have a press jacket, they're gonna come after you and they're gonna try to break your camera, and they will tear gas you directly. They will pepper spray you directly in your face. And just, this is like how regular people of Minneapolis approach this situation, where they're just like, these are rogue elements of the state that are engaging in a violent, militant occupation of their fucking neighborhoods. Okay? And as we've seen over and over again, there's nothing stopping them from assassinating people in cold blood, especially as the administration has shown time and time again their interest in defending these people. And saying, no, they were actually in the right. They were totally in the right, even though very clearly they're in the wrong over and over again. And there is a decent percentage of people in this country, at least 20% of the people in this country, that will still defend this kind of altercation, defend this kind of incident, defend this kind of lawlessness. Okay? It's incredible to me. I mean, there are people in this chat right now that are coming in to make statements about how this person also deserved it. You know, the body is barely the body hasn't even been laid to rest. And there are still people that are trying to find a way to make this seem normal.